It's all fixed. It's okay. Oh yeah, this is where I was having the big fights. Is this a theater? I never noticed that notice book at the...
You fucker!
Hey, I'm just parking to show my wife something we don't agree. Fatal incursion. Barbecue space flight tonight at 7. Not sure what that entails. There's 2 people on here already. Sorry. Seriously? Why are you calling the cops? Because I can't drive? Yeah. That was a lady telling me I can't drive. See that? What the hell's that crap about?
Excuse me?
No, I'm just saying.
Pardon?
No, I'm just saying. What?
No? What?
Are you insinuating I drive like a woman? Yes. Alright, let's hit the sidewalk. Let's see what's going on over here.
How's broken?
Hi.
I ain't got time for bullshit.
Baseball is back. How do you feel?
Well, I'd feel better if the Jays weren't 1 and 2. I think they've played well. They just didn't win 2 out of the 3 games, but Tampa Bay's a pretty good team, so...
What is the deal with this life issue?
Yes. Yes, I thought for my last, I'll just do a solo session. Looks like this is probably the last live stream for a while on the Entertainment Guy channel. At least with me playing games, unless I'm like doing like just a live stream.
Right. Did you hear
You believe it?
Yep, I reported on that news today, yesterday. He's out. So, good thing they still got Holt B in. This is his last chance, I guess, for glory with the Washington Capitals. I don't know what happened. I know it's an injury.
How is the weather today?
Well, it's hot.
It's really hot.
It's,
31.
well,
Once
it's...
is 31.
Really? Mine's at 29.
My phone's is 31. It is hot.
87 or 90 Fahrenheit. 87 Fahrenheit.
31 would be 90.
Whoa!
Because 32 is 90.
We made the town next week. Payday!
Park my truck. People are gonna insult me because I already checked on here. Settings. 87.
I don't think that's right.
31's 87. Celsius, 31. Fahrenheit, 87. I will accept apologies. And
Yeah.
tomorrow it's 91. And then 79, 84, 84, 72, 73, 75.
That's dumb.
Look at that, I park in the middle of the road and I don't have anybody yapping at me now.
That's ridiculous.
So.
Hi.
I like your car. Nice driving, Dick.
It is nice driving. Thanks for noticing.
Do you have any interest in playing Ghost of Tsushima?
Heard about it, but I haven't played it. I think that was one that Boogie was talking about in the video today. Boogie's getting triggered because people are accusing him of not video games that he says he's beaten, so he's talking about his trophies on PlayStation. He always gives so much attention to the trolls. I acknowledge trolls, but I don't give them all my attention. He does entire videos where he dresses stuff. He understands the whole idea of trolls, right? Hey, sir, I may have to confiscate his vehicle.
Are the socks actually good this year?
I'm moving to Vice City.
Well, it depends which socks you're talking about. If you're talking about Boston, they will be because they're Boston. If it's Chicago, maybe not.
You ain't taking
No,
shit.
no.
I
No,
bounced in
hey.
college, shithead.
No punching me, it really hurts.
I counted all the jerseys.
Holy shit.
And it's 334 jerseys.
I I did not post everything on Instagram that I own.
Not even all of them.
Nope.
Me!
No way.
Oh, okay.
How is Summer Cottage? Bunny is quite enjoying herself.
How was she this morning?
She's looking and
Yeah.
outside. She loves her cottage. She gets so happy when I move it to her cottage like 2 or 3 times a day. And she really likes her yard because we have a large amount of dandelions, and they're her favorite.
She does love dandelion.
She's so funny. Adelaide
She really
sometimes will put her in the yard and she'll find a bunch of dandelions.
She
Even
does
those
love
stiff
dandelions.
dandelions that we have right now, she'll bite it off with a stem.
Oh. Apparently that was rigged to explode. Landed on his roof and it blew up.
Wow.
Eh,
What are you driving?
I don't know. Apparently it was full of nitroglycerin. That's interesting. So there you go, kids. Watch when you're stealing a vehicle. It might be packed with nitroglycerin.
YouTube recommended I rewatch How We Met videos, so I did. Even with calling Shannon a dork from the very start.
Pretty much during the
That.
first date.
No, I was on
Qué
good
aburrido eres,
behavior.
tío. All you do is talk about
Hey,
I'm
homeless.
Ay, perdóname. Qué imbécil eres.
Why not have raspberries? She does.
She does.
There's a section of her lawn that Shannon
I don't
does
mow.
not mow.
Yeah.
And because, yeah, Raspberry does it. There are parts that he does not. Like Lisa Raspberry. She loves
Wait,
it.
why are
when
the
they move
cops
it and the
coming?
grass is kind of long. She loves it.
This is the first car I've stolen. Why are the cops coming?
How are the
Oh,
big
second
feet?
car. Going up. I was thinking about having a meetup yesterday, and they're just didn't work. I haven't had any contact with Michael Bublé in weeks either. I think he's depressed.
Oh, I'm sure.
He was getting kind of excited about getting out of the house and doing stuff, and the numbers just don't work for that. I was thinking about contacting him and dropping stuff off because you have to go to Vancouver on Friday, right?
I don't know. Does that always go in on holiday?
Oh.
So sometimes he comes to here.
Oh, right, yeah.
Usually it's not till Saturday. But probably.
Okay, well, if you do, I may go with you. Well, I got all that really cool hockey stuff that I got, all the magazines.
Oh, yeah,
I have
yeah,
some
that's right,
duplicates
that's
in
right.
there, so I was thinking about giving those to
right.
him.
I remember you saying that.
I thought he'd enjoy those, especially since it's all Canuck stuff. He's a huge Canuck fan.
Says your body was bar. They want to see your garage full of cars.
Oh,
Somebody asked that last stream. Your daily reminder that he bought a race.
whoops, sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
Who mows better, Raspberry or Shannon?
Raspberry. Much more even when Raspberry does it.
She does quite evenly mow her area.
Yeah. Seriously? Alright, well.
Every couple days, my neighbor washes his truck and then takes pictures of it with his phone.
We have somebody with a leaf blower. It's just every couple of days they're out with a leaf blower. I don't know
It's weird
what they're doing.
There's not.
It's summer.
I don't
Alright.
even have cottonwood right now.
No. I have no idea what they're doing.
Favorite popsicle?
Favorite popsicle?
I don't eat popsicles.
Orange creamsicle. That guy didn't have any money.
That's got a $393 million contract to the hockey players can ever make that move.
No.
Hey,
Not
you know, Mel's
not
having a
not
party
with
later.
economics the way that they are right now. No, I don't see it. Okay, I think I'm gonna die. Oh, look at that!
Say the NHL club is better than the NBA.
It's still too early to say one way or the other. have full confidence in the NHL bubble more than my ability to run across a crowded highway. But yeah, I think the NHL is doing it the right way. The NBA, though, the case numbers are not going up. So if the case numbers aren't going up, then they're doing well enough.
Excuse you?
Sorry.
I am sorry, please. Oh, this is
It's a very Dr. Evil.
Oh, shit! I'll wreck you!
Careful! Look, if I offended you, I'm sorry.
He quit.
Oh my God!
He got another job offer and he quit. And the report was that he had permission from that somebody had approached the Coyotes. And they got permission to talk to Chayka. And I saw somebody today say, well, they didn't have permission to talk to Chayka. Well, if they didn't have permission to talk to Chayka, then that's tampering. You can't. That's tampering as far as I'm concerned. And then, yeah, the Coyotes have come out and called him a quitter. And he came out and said they didn't give him a choice. He didn't have a choice in the matter. So I think there's a lot more yet to come out. And he said, too, he'll have another statement if need be, meaning if they continue to slag it in public, that he's going to have another statement.
You're totally following me.
Which is weird, because the volume is no different than it was.
Hey, I know we've got...
At least some of them went to Max, eh?
So it's never been any different. All right.
Oh, it's weird with no volume at all.
Yeah.
It's bizarro.
That's how it works. I know I played Gran Turismo today, and I turned all the volume back up to normal, and it was great. I could actually hear the game again, but... Oh, seriously? Why are the cops coming now? I only got $23 from that guy.
When do you think Seattle is naming their coach?
Probably this summer after we get done with the playoffs. I think they'll wait until after the playoffs to make that decision.
Will the NFL complete the whole season?
Full contact sport, and you've got a lot of guys who would fall under the overweight category where they're at greater risk. I have my doubts that the NFL completes the season.
Since he's saying the Coyotes forced him to quit, it's the same as being fired. So he owed that money according to him.
That's where the semantics come in. If he walks away, then they don't owe him squat. So if he quit, then they don't owe him that contract. That's gone. But if he was fired, if he can say he was forced out, then yeah, they owe him the contract money. Wait, seriously, lady? What was that? I'm sorry, I'm going to have to borrow your car. You run me over.
Thoughts on Pineapple Crush?
It was fantastic and short-lived, sadly. I haven't had Pineapple Crush in a very long time.
Yeah.
Pineapple Crush was up there with Green Apple.
That was my favorite.
Green Apple was absolutely fantastic. See, now I have no idea how well I'm hitting these people. Or...
Green Apple was my favorite.
Whee!
Was pretty good.
Oh, that one flew nicely. Let's go back and admire our handiwork on that one.
Will Mike Babcock coach Team Canada again?
I don't know about Team Canada. That's pretty high profile, but I think he'll coach in the NHL again. I do. I think he'll get another job.
When will the border reopen?
Next year sometime.
Not for a long time.
Not kidding. The video I did on this channel today with the YouTubers having giant parties, just the fact that all these people are having giant parties and the lakes are all full around here too, so it's not just an American thing, it's everywhere. It's just going to delay any kind of return to normalcy in North America. I'm guessing it's happening in Europe too, that people are going out to beaches and stuff for summer. And it's just, yeah, there is no way to open the border unless you can do it safely.
Thoughts on Philip
Wait,
Myers
seriously?
among rookie defensemen?
Myers is good. He's a top 4 defenseman. I wouldn't put him in the same category, though. Well, he started it. I ran him over, and then he decided to pick a fight with me. Oh, look at that. I dragged him with the car, too. That was nice.
When are you having your giant YouTube party?
No. I explained in the video, too. I don't have the mansion that those YouTubers have. We don't have the mansion.
That's true.
We don't even own our house. We're renting, so you kind of have to own your own place. See, it's so much easier to drive on the sidewalk.
No, I don't think they'll be opening the border for a long time. Every time they ask Canadians if they want the border open, it is overwhelmingly
90% say no.
No, it's just Americans that want the border open, and yeah, it's not like they would care.
No.
Won't hurt their numbers. Why'd you run into the wall, Shannon?
No, the rate of infection in BC last I saw was 0.6%. And meanwhile, in Miami-Dade County, they've got it down to 18% right now. So that's kind of high.
Do you have a soda stream?
No. But I follow Sarah Catherine Hook, who is the spokeswoman in all the commercials for SodaStream. Whee! That was great. That was fantastic. Hummer. Oh, I can really run people down with a Hummer.
Who should the Sabres draft?
Sabres are drafting. Hopefully Perfetti's still there for them. There's Jake Sanderson they might end up going with. Sanderson's a pretty good defensive defenseman. And if they decide that's what they need right now, then I could see him being the guy. I've seen suggestions of Askarov, but Askarov's not going that high.
Thank you, Shannon and Yvonne, for all the live streams during the summer. They've helped to break the monotony of being stuck at home for the last 5 months.
No problem. We
need to keep the cooties out of Canada.
Yeah, the problem is the cooties are still in Canada. People are partying and going to lakes as if they aren't. Come on, police. Catch me now. Whee!
I hope NHL players end up on the 14-day mandatory quarantine list so I can call them next week and check up on them.
Yeah, I think that's why they didn't end up in BC. I think that's why Vancouver said no. I think it was the 14 days that cinched it. And I think it's the way that they deal with a positive case and that player's removed, but all the other players aren't removed with them. I think that's what did it.
I try to not go to many beaches, but at least once a week, I'm like, it's 30 degrees. I'm going to a beach today. I'm not.
Nope.
It's hot, but there's too many people. Can't do it. No, I don't like playing video games. That's why I don't play video games and why I'm crap at all of them, because I don't play video games. No. Do you know that sidewalks were made for walking?
Not when you can drive on them. I can drive on my sidewalk. I don't know about you. Come on.
In the Shannon School of Driving.
Come on. Oh, they shot me. Gosh darn it. I was in the bus, but the vehicles just kept piling up in front of the bus, and I couldn't get away.
Do you think the protesting in America will go away soon? It looks like they're getting more violent in some areas.
The protesting will go away as soon as something is done to address the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So something is done to address the root cause of why people are out protesting. You can't just throw more people out there to arrest and expect that to get better. It was actually calming down in Portland until all the feds showed up, and then they're like, oh, hell no. And the crowds have been growing by the thousands every night. So it's actually exacerbating. It's making the problem worse, and there are a lot of issues.
Protesters getting violent.
No, it really hasn't been for the most part.
We do actually have a lot of people that we know that have been going to the protests, and if you see their pictures and stuff, it's definitely not the protesters being violent.
Nope.
So, yeah.
There are exceptions, but it's just that. It's exceptions. Seriously? I only hit her once and they call the cops. This is ridiculous. This is insane. Ow! Being run over is very painful. Knock it off.
I believe the federal government gave them the exemption from quarantine, and BC still said, no, you have to quarantine if you come here.
Yep.
What it was is they got the federal okay to not have the 14-day quarantine when they got here, but BC wouldn't agree to when you test positive, they had to then be in quarantine. And they didn't like that part, and so BC
Which
said,
is a minimum
you're not
of
going
10
to
days.
do that? No.
It's a minimum of 10 days, and then
So
anybody
they were
else
okay
exposed.
with the 2 week because they said then the NHL would be considered like a family unit, so they could be together. They didn't have to wait the 14 days, but they weren't okay with the if you tested positive. They went against BC rules for that.
I'm trying to make money. This is
Do
a
you
really
think
complicated
Robert
way of making
Thomas
money.
from the Blues can become elite? Love the content.
Oh, he's fantastic. Thomas, he had 42 points this year. He was on pace for about 55. I would not be surprised to see him hit 60 or more next season. Thomas is fantastic.
How are Shadow, Bear, Pixel, and Lilybell?
Well, Shadow's right here. He's quite happy.
Pixel and Shadow are having a bath. Bear is sleeping. Lilybell was
Making
with
some
me in the
money.
sewing room. I just came downstairs from the sewing room and she
Gonna
was
stomp some money out of you.
sleeping in there.
Another $28. I'm gonna get rich just stomping people.
Shannon's
another
gaming
$20.
GTA.
Dun, dun, dun. Where are y'all running to? I just need some money. Come on.
Will the Kraken do a Metropolitans throwback?
Eventually, I would think that if they ever get into an outdoor game, especially if they get into a Winter Classic at some point, sure. Right out of the gate, probably not.
Shannon is playing 2020. My weekly
Need some money.
contribution to the Yvonne Needs a Raise Fund. We need a Baking with Yvonne channel. First recipe should be blueberry muffins. We have so much blueberries.
Do we still have a bunch?
Yeah.
Those cookies are fantastic.
I bought 20 pounds.
Those cookies are absolutely amazing.
We have a lot of blueberries. And that's after the week before I bought 10 pounds. So we have a lot of blueberries.
Yeah, you can make, and since they're blueberries, they're diet.
We live in like blueberry capital.
That's true. That's true.
Our area is known for
there was
blueberries and
There was a woman that I worked with, and she lived up in Columbia Valley, and you could basically go to her place and get blueberries. And it was $5 for a bucket or some ridiculous
they're
amount.
Cheap.
And
blueberries are really cheap here. So you buy a bunch, and then you put them in the freezer. Portions.
She made good money on that, though. She was doing some pretty good work there.
Blueberries are really easy to pick too, compared to like blackberries are pain. That's why blackberries.
Another $17. I'm gonna be rich.
Raspberries are easier than blackberries.
Gonna be rich.
Blueberries are super easy.
Just gotta punch and kick some people. Hi, how much money do you have? Do you have a lot of money? Why are the cops coming? There we go. I got some money.
Will throw a party if the Jets win the Stanley Cup. That's people.
Socially distant party.
I don't know people.
Where's the ambulance going? Hi, can I borrow your ambulance? Thanks. Why did you park so far from the corpse? Question 1. Question 2. Why did you get out?
The bunny's doing good.
She's fine. Yeah, she's doing really well.
She's loving that it's not raining, so she gets to play in the yard and eat all the dandelions.
Yeah, it's good for her. She's a happy bunny.
How come the Canucks are never in Winter Classics?
Because of where they are. Just the geographics of the West Coast, which is called the Wet Coast. And we don't really get snow, so that makes it more difficult. My concern would be the Canucks always go with the skate jersey. Every time they do some kind of, I'm like, oh, they're going to do a fun, they're just doing the skate again. maybe do something different. A little different than a skate. And not the Millionaires. They lose if they wear the Millionaires jersey. That's pretty much guaranteed.
Thoughts on zucchini? Zucchini's great. I have 3 zucchini plants this year.
I'm not a big fan of zucchini on its own, but zucchini bread's fantastic.
I told you that I got a recipe for zucchini brownies, right? They're supposed to be really good. I'm gonna have a lot
Why
of
is
zucchini.
that a thing?
What do you mean? Why is it?
Zucchini
Yeah,
brownies.
the zucchini makes it so it's all
So you mix it with chocolate?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Whatever.
What a waste of zucchini and chocolate.
Well, if you want me to keep the zucchini outside of it and then make brownies, we can do it that way. But
I think the whole...
we're gonna have plenty of zucchini. I can put zucchini in everything.
That was
turn
great.
it into noodles.
Look, now I've got an ambience.
Soup. I've put zucchini in chili before. That was good.
Take that, boss. Now who's the boss?
Sauce.
All right, I'm gonna.
Zucchinis and everything. Thoughts on
Where's
squash?
my place now?
Gross. Zucchini's the only squash I like. All other squash is disgusting.
I forget where my house is.
Do you like squash? It's gross.
Why would I like squash?
It's so gross. Really, really don't like squash.
I gotta go to my apartment.
Mm-mm.
They want to see my cars, so I'll just go to my apartment.
Does Raspberry get along with the cats? Raspberry's the outdoor bunny and the kitties are indoor kitties. So
they are very indifferent to one another. Cats have all seen Raspberry. She doesn't care.
No.
Raspberry, she doesn't. None of them care.
No.
I think if she was outside of her cage running around the house, I think Bear and Shadow would care a lot more. But that's never happened, so they really don't. They don't think anything of her.
Yep, I have a thing to make zucchini or other things into noodles, so.
Ew.
I can definitely make.
Why are you doing that to noodles?
No, it's not. There's no noodles involved.
Why would you do that to noodles?
It's doing nothing to noodles.
It's so damaging.
Out of a zucchini.
It's so damaging to their self-esteem, their noodle esteem.
Okra is disgusting. Agreed.
Did you know that noodles had self-esteem? I found that out.
Not a thing.
See, in grade 6 science, we discovered that if you take
what in the world are they doing? They must be doing gymnastics up there.
It's probably
Thoughts
Adelaide
on
jumping
collard
onto
greens?
the couch.
Can't say as I've ever
never
had
had
them or seen them.
No, I've never had them.
I don't.
Since I'm not a huge veggies person, I probably wouldn't like them, but that's just me.
I don't really know what they are other than, aren't they cooked some kind of
it's like a
leafy green,
Asian
which sounds
veggie kind of thing,
terrible.
Isn't it?
No.
I don't know. Never had them.
No. Yeah. Okra is definitely gross. So.
Oh, everybody knows okra would admit it was gross.
It's not something that's common here. Every once in a while I see it at the grocery store, but it's not a common food here. You don't grow it here.
Hey, I'm just gonna
Asparagus is good. Collard greens are like kale, but aren't they cooked?
Another couple of bucks.
Isn't collard greens cooked?
I think so.
You guys don't really like veggies, whatever. Like a lot of veggies,
she does.
Just not the gross ones. I just don't like gross vegetables. I eat lots of vegetables.
Yeah, you do.
Lots and lots and lots.
It's because you're weird.
No.
Alright, so walking into my place.
Family's using zucchini instead of pasta noodles and lasagna. That's the
my
kind
helmet
of thing
on,
I do.
like a boss. Alright, so here's my vehicles. I haven't been in here in a while. There's my almost Mustang, my other almost Mustang, because I like them, so I have two of them.
Do you guys have any advice on what to do when I'm bored and I've caught up on all of Shannon's video?
Somebody's caught up on all my videos? Wow.
Crazy.
That's insane.
Get a hobby.
I forgot I had this.
Could do something productive.
Watch some Red Letter Media. They're fantastic.
See, I can't watch a bunch of stuff. I get bored.
I like watching Red Letter Media. Fantastic.
It's too long.
What?
It's too long. Of course, I couldn't watch all the Shannon videos either. I'd be bored.
What are you talking about? Whee! It's just kind of funny that I have this really, really nice sports car and I haven't driven it in forever because I have a pickup truck I use instead.
Out of the playing teams, who will be MVP?
Oh, I could go out on a limb and say Shesterkin for the Rangers because I'm a huge fan. Are the play-ins? Hellebuck and Winnipeg, because why not?
Collard greens are cooked. That sounds gross. Most of the leafy vegetables, I don't like them cooked unless they're in something. Other than that,
Oh, this
then they
car
just
has
get
really
all
nice
smushy.
brakes. Do you think I could port this over to Gran Turismo? The brakes on that
Shannon,
car.
you could just throw a YouTube party in GTA.
I could. Sorry.
Yvonne's saying she likes vegetables, but not the gross ones, like me saying I like school, but not my classes. No, because I like most vegetables. But, well, see, okay, I don't like squash, but that's not a vegetable, that's a fruit, so it doesn't count as...
Squash is a fruit?
Yes.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, it
You're
is.
lying.
The seeds are inside of it. It's a fruit,
So?
and it grows on...
Seeds are inside of potatoes, too.
No.
Yes.
Squash are fruit.
So is a peanut.
And they're disgusting.
Peanuts have seeds on the inside, too. So they're a fruit then, right?
Okra, also a fruit.
Humans have seeds on the inside. Does that make us a fruit?
Unlike most others.
What about cats? Cats have seeds on the inside.
You're such a dork.
You can't call me that.
Pants or shorts?
Right now, it should be shorts, but I'm wearing sweats.
I do not ever wear shorts.
I've offered to get her a nice pair of jorts recently, just a couple days ago, and she said no. So
Girl shorts are stupid.
I don't know. I don't know what she wants.
Barely cover your underwear. Nobody needs to see that.
Jorts are fantastic, and then we could do the "You Can't See Me," and that'd be great.
No, not doing it.
You could be like a female John Cena.
People don't need to
turn
see
your
my
hats
legs.
on backwards.
Not in most shorts make me look really short. I do have a pair of capris, but since I'm 5'2", you can't tell they're capris. They look like pants.
True. True.
Tomatoes are vegetables. Change my mind. Nope, they are a fruit because there are seeds inside and they have flowers. So, fruit. Yvonne is right. Squash is a fruit. I know I'm right. Do your kids like veggies? Yep. Malachi's the picky one, but
she's been tricking him into eating them.
He's getting better. He used to always like
tricking him.
Raw veggies. So the kids, they eat so many carrots and celery and broccoli and cauliflower. But I've had him figure out that he really likes
when he died?
Cabbage. And so then I've been able to add more in it. They all love Brussels sprouts. Whenever I make Brussels sprouts, I have to get mine first, otherwise I won't get any.
Yeah, well, it's not me fighting you for them.
No, they love, cabbage, Malachi.
Brussels sprouts stay fresh for like a decade.
Same with the broccoli, they really like.
Oh, well, if you don't land on your face...
They do good eating vegetables.
Try not to land on your face when you make that jump, pal.
Oh, and the snap peas, we have them growing, but they don't make it out of the garden because they eat them all before they come out of the garden. Adelaide and cherry tomatoes. Oh my gosh, that girl eats so many cherry tomatoes. I have to tell her to, slow it down. You can't eat the whole thing of cherry tomatoes just in one go because nobody else will get any. Will the NHL keep the 24-team format, go back to 16 teams, or maybe something like 20 teams?
Well, they'll go back to the regular format next season, barring some kind of a shortened season and the need to do. They'll keep it at 16 teams. I'm shocked. I stole a police car and he's not even paying any. I'm right behind another police car. Nothing. I'm not wanted. Nothing. That is hilarious.
I don't like mushrooms. They're the only vegetable I will not tolerate. Mushrooms are not a vegetable. They are a fungus. So, there you go. You like all vegetables. Ta-da!
What kind of a vegetable is a mushroom?
It's not a vegetable. It's a fungus.
What about jujubes? What kind of vegetables are those?
Shannon.
What?
No.
Well, they're in a fruit shape, so they qualify as a fruit, right?
They don't. No. Will the
they
Blues...
can, though.
No.
They can.
Will the Blues re-sign Alex Pietrangelo?
They're gonna try. I think he wants to stay there. I'm not sure you can make the cap work. They're gonna have to trade some money out, and I'm not sure who you find to take that money without giving up maybe as high as a first-round draft pick.
Come here, we have too many cherry tomatoes. Let's start giving them away. At our old house, I had amazing cherry tomatoes, and they would
Didn't they get mowed?
every year. No, I had them in the garden box.
Oh, I thought they got
Oh,
mowed.
there were some that would get mowed because they'd start growing in the yard beside the garden box. And I had so many, I was giving them to neighbors, but she would just be out there just popping them. And she eats the ones we have growing, but it's not growing nearly as many as the ones at the old house. Yeah, they don't grow as well. It's sad. I mean, we have tomatoes, but not nearly as many.
Man, these guys don't pull over for the police. They don't respect the police. This is insane.
What about purple? Purple's a fruit. That sounds like something Shannon would say.
Sounds like something Shannon said.
Yep.
Pretty sure I've said it.
Do you watch Rick and Morty?
I love Rick and Morty. I've got 4 different Rick and Morty pens. I've got 3. I've got the Meeseeks, and now I've got the Kirkland Meeseeks, and I've got the teaching or the auctioneer poopy butthole. So I've got those 3, and yeah, and that's all my Rick and Morty stuff that I've got with their pens. I've got a lot of Rick and Morty stuff. I've got a Meeseeks jersey. I didn't get another Rick and Morty jersey, did I? Yeah, I did. I got Pickle Rick. I've got a Pickle Rick jersey. I guess I could use that for Seattle, right? Because it's green. So I could use a Pickle Rick jersey as Seattle's. I can really mess around with the whole Seattle thing now. Because I'm not going to have a jersey until next summer. So when I do Seattle videos, I can get creative.
Can Vancouver find a way to keep Toffoli, Tanev, and Markstrom?
I sure hope so. The Canucks, it's an exciting roster they've got. It's a very talented roster. And now Hoglander's coming over next year. I really like the future Vancouver's putting together. I think they're really, really solid.
I ate a keto chocolate chip or chocolate cookie. It tasted different. So if it
That'd be your
says
fake
it's
chocolate
keto,
chips.
sometimes it's not actually keto.
You've got fake cookies like that.
I do. So I don't eat sugar and I eat low carb, which is similar to keto. And yeah, they do have kind of a cardboardy taste to them. Yeah. Every once in a while, I'll make some because I have a mix, and I'll make like 6 cookies, so then I can have cookies for a couple days, and the kids will see them. Ooh, I'm like, no, sweetie, they're not good. They're pretend cookies. Oh, okay.
It is one way though to stop them from stealing all your crap.
Yeah, but no, Malachi's taken some of my stuff before. I'm like, it wasn't even good. Why'd you take it?
He took the
No,
keto?
no, I'm trying to think what it was he took. I remember him taking something.
Screw
I was
you,
like,
physics.
sweetie, seriously. Costs
Take
4
that,
times
science.
as much as your stuff.
Pie
And
pants.
I know you didn't like it.
Come on,
It's
science.
not good.
Look at that. Look at that. It just broke the rules of science. Car's back upright.
Okay.
The physics of this game are just not physics.
How about
Pete come on.
And Pete? I've heard of
How
that.
about what?
Pete and Pete?
No idea.
Yeah, I was like, I know I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. Shirelli or Rust?
Oh, Cirelli's a better player than Rust. Rust's had a fantastic season, though. Do you think I can drive that car that's on fire?
No.
You sure?
Do you like the Kraken white jersey?
Very much. The white jersey's fantastic. I will get both, but the white one is fantastic. See, the fire goes out, and then I can kick the fire out. I'm going to kick the fire out. I'm on fire.
Sounds like
great.
Keto.
I'm on fire.
Sad. Keto
okay, I'm not on fire
sad.
now.
It tastes kind of cardboard.
Apparently, if you're on fire, you just run, and then you're not on fire anymore. Look, watch.
Why'd you...
Look. I'm not
Why
on
did
fire.
you burst into flames by punching the fire?
Oh, yeah,
See,
no,
you
I'm
kick
back
it,
on fire.
You burst into flames.
And then you run away, and
That's
then you're not
weird.
on fire anymore. Oh, I'm almost dead. I'd better not. Okay,
Has
I gotta
he
stand
ever-
still until I've recovered from the fire.
Has he ever heard of the mysterious cities of gold?
Ah.
Like El Dorado? Or is this a thing? I don't know.
I'm trying to think, that Quartermain in the Lost City of Gold, that movie was crap back in the 80s.
I have no idea. Are
That was
bananas a vegetable? Nope. They're a fruit.
They're fantastic. They've got the seeds inside of them, too. They're great. They just slip right down your throat.
Are you voting for Trump? Okay. So normally I don't address political stuff, but we're Canadian. We're not voting for the American president. We couldn't even if we want to. And it would be really nice to be able to vote for the American president. But
Wait,
we
why
can't
are...
because Canadian.
Okay,
But
I
we're
stole
not
the
talking
fire
about
truck.
our opinion on American politics, which are absolutely ridiculous and asinine. There we go. Do you think the additional teams like Seattle will water down the product?
No. No, that's the argument we heard all the way through the 90s. In the 90s, it did because you went from 21 teams to 30 in less than a decade. Going from 30 to 32 is nowhere near the level of expansion. And with the sheer depth of superstar, like in terms of superstar players in the NHL now, and there's more countries that play now than there were. Minor league systems are better than they were, say, 30 years ago. Yeah, it's not really a problem.
Shannon is super duper old. That's how old he is.
Yeah, 468 years old in dog years. I think that's what it is. 468?
There you go.
I think.
Best gummy bears.
All of them. They're all fantastic.
I know, and the sugar-free gummy bears are still... They're 5 calories a gummy bear, and that's just sadness. Because can't everybody eat like a whole bag of gummy bears? So, I don't eat gummy bears.
Yeah, see, I was eating your gummy bears thinking they were better for me, and then I heard the calorie, and I'm like, what? No.
Looked at the nutrition information. Oh.
So I went back to eating sugar, because I'm like, well, screw this. If I'm going to get all the calories, I might as well just have sugar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Come on, what do you mean I'm not allowed to steal?
Zone? You mean favorite Twilight Zone episode?
The one with the creature on the wing.
Twilight Zone.
Creature on the Wing. And the best edition of Twilight Zone's the one from the 80s. Changed my mind. I love the one from the 80s. The new one is not very good.
No.
It's too coarse languagey. It's too
it's
violent.
It's a lot darker.
It reminds me of the revamped Star Trek where they just added violence and swearing for whatever.
I did not like that at all.
And they took what was a very idealistic universe that Star Trek existed in and decided to make it just dark and violent, just like everything else. And I don't know, they dug the heart out of it. And it feels like Twilight Zone kind of does that too.
We do have Disney Plus.
We love Disney Plus.
Yes.
Because it keeps the kids quiet.
Really like Disney Plus. They barely watch Netflix.
And I don't have to listen to my wife whine anymore. It's really nice. I can just, while she's in the midst of her whining, tell her, isn't there that thing on Disney Plus you meant to watch? And she's like, oh, right. And then she runs out of the room and she forgets why we were arguing.
Dork.
So it's kind of nice.
The kids really, really like Disney Plus a lot. They like it a lot. It's not to like. Yeah, they really like Disney Plus.
I mean, it doesn't have Nailed It on it, but what does?
I know. Yeah, we do watch Netflix sometimes. We never watch Amazon Prime because there's nothing good on that.
Oh, it's terrible.
I don't know if the American one's different, but the Canadian one's crap. So there's that.
Okay, now they just saw me run over 2 people. Why are they still standing there?
I can easily eat a whole bag of gummy bears. I know, see, and that's the problem. Because then afterwards, you look at the nutrition information and you're just, crap. That was terrible for me. So now I don't buy gummy bears, even though gummy bears are amazing.
This guy wants to pick a fight with me, and I'm driving a fire truck. He's a moron.
When does Bettman finally pull the plug on Arizona?
If Marijuello isn't able to make a profit there, if he does his best to turn it around and it doesn't work, with all the money Alex Marijuello has, he'll make the call. If he says to Bettman, yeah, this doesn't work, I think that'll be the end of it. I really do. I think this is their last effort, is getting a guy in there who's basically a billionaire from Vegas, and if his money doesn't help buy a fix, then that's probably it for them in Arizona, and they're probably going to go to Houston.
My biggest fear is an orca. They're super smart and have razor sharp teeth.
Orcas are nasty.
I know. We have a book
they are
orcas
nasty
versus sharks, and orca would win, and it goes into the science of it. But unless there's an orcanado, yeah, you don't have to worry too much. So.
Yeah, orcas are nasty. I've seen
there's a movie for you.
I've seen reports on how people in the ocean come across an orca and like, oh, they're friendly. No, get out of their water. They're not friendly.
Well,
They don't want you in their water. That'd be like me finding somebody a fish in my house. I don't want a fish in my house. So why do they want a person in their house?
Wait, are you asking Shannon why his name is Shannon? Generally, because that's what your parents name you.
Well, that would be true, but there was also, see, what happened was...
No, don't listen to anything going forward, because it's gone.
It's not, I'm not
Yes.
going... The cops just went, though. That was great.
Uh-huh.
The unlimited amount of police officers.
Who's more likely to relocate, Arizona or Florida?
Arizona, because Florida has that sweetheart deal with their building, and Arizona does not have that. Arizona every year has to renew their agreement with Glendale.
Orca versus narwhal, who would win? Orca.
If it's cuteness, the narwhal.
Narwhals aren't
Vicious.
Yeah, I was gonna
They
say
can
vicious,
defend
and then I
themselves,
was
but
trying
they...
to think of a different word.
It's like
Orcas
a Triceratops versus a
narwhals
T-Rex.
aren't aggressive.
No, it's like a Triceratops versus a T-Rex. The T-Rex is going to win. Triceratops just has the one weapon. And Orca's kind of the same way. Or, not Orca. The narwhal just has the horn.
Orcanado could work. And I'm sure Reed needs the work.
I rolled the police car. That was
Do
great.
you like Limburger cheese?
Does anybody like Limburger cheese?
I don't think so.
I don't think that's a thing.
No.
Now, they can't keep chasing me if I'm in the ocean, right?
Where is the next likely spot for another NHL expansion team down the road in a couple years? Shannon has done videos
Houston.
on that.
It's Houston. The NHL wants to go to Houston. All right, don't forget where I parked the car, okay?
Right.
I parked it in the ocean. Now who's driving? Da, 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 da.
Will you immediately buy a
Da, da,
Seattle
da, da, da,
jersey
da.
when they sell?
Yep.
I am sure Ben will be contacting him right away, and
Yep.
we'll just send it as soon as he gets it. So
Ben already knows to contact me as soon as any thirds come out, as soon as any brand new jerseys come out. So, yeah, I'll be getting Seattle as soon as it comes out.
Amazon Prime India has so many good shows. Canadian one doesn't, so
I would
bunch
think
of 80s shows. It has
I would think that our Netflix in
of
Canada probably
80s
has a lot of those shows that India would have. for
we do
Amazon
have
Prime.
a lot
of
of
Hindi.
Indian.
A lot of Hindi Bollywood shows
yeah.
on our Netflix.
A lot,
Tons.
yeah. We do indeed.
A lot of Japanese programming too.
Yes. Which California team makes the playoffs first?
LA. I like the Kings' chances first. Oh, look at that. Smoked her. Yeah, now she's sleeping behind the wheel. Call the cops on her. Oh, what happened there? Oh, no, I went right off. Oh, nuts. I was admiring my handiwork and probably shouldn't have done that. There we go. There we go.
What do you think about Edmonton Emeralds for a football team?
Emeralds, I don't know that works with Edmonton. Is there anything green
No,
in Edmonton?
there's nothing green in Edmonton.
I don't know if there's anything green in Edmonton at all.
Nothing.
I think Edmonton's pretty
brown.
Pretty brown.
It's brown.
Dusty.
It's really dusty.
It's really...
Except for, yeah, it's darker
dry
brown in the spring because of all the mud from all the melted snow.
Wait, was that thunder and lightning? There's thunder and lightning in this now? Because my controller shook.
Prediction on Canucks versus Jets game.
No, it's an exhibition game, so no idea. I would think I'll predict the Canucks win it, but I don't know how long you're going to have your main guys on the ice and how long it's going to be until they're not on the ice. And why are they shooting at me? Am I that close? I thought it was further away than that.
Kraken jersey? No, because
yes, you will.
It'll be like Vegas, and they'll only make women's in Fanatics. And
she'll warm up to Fanatics because eventually she'll realize she doesn't have a choice. So I'll make sure that she warms up to it eventually.
See, when you say it that way, that means it'll never happen.
Nah, eventually you'll crack.
It's not how that works.
You do.
No.
Eventually
no.
you'll.
If they could make
them
women's Adidas, that would be great. Yeah.
Adidas.
You're right. The Padres look sharp in brown and mustard, especially the white.
Oh, they look
brown
fantastic.
stripes.
I had to call her into the room last night to look at those
He
jerseys.
He did call me in here to look at baseball jerseys.
They're fantastic. They're beautiful. They're a revelation.
Shannon.
What? I need them. I need a San Diego Padres jersey. It's time. They finally have a really, really nice jersey. I wasn't insistent on it before because their jerseys were kind of meh. I remember when they changed away from the brown ones to the ones they had there. I think they were gray. They were just kind of boring.
Would you like to see another MLB and NBA team in Canada, or the Jays and the Raptors, Canada's teams?
I can't see baseball in Canada, but I can totally see another NBA team in Canada. I'd be very surprised if Vancouver doesn't get another chance, and if Montreal doesn't get a chance at some point to have a baseball team. Can she not? She could see me running down the street, right? That's such a jerk move. Oh, he. Oh, well, that stands to reason.
Do you think the movie Moneyball increased the use of advanced stats among sports fans?
Well, not the movie, but the fact that Billy Bean made it work, that absolutely increased the advanced stats popularity in the game, and it made it so that other sports started looking for ways to find that advantage as well. If you can put a team out on the field that can compete for 10% of what the Yankees are paying, you're better off. And so the Red Sox ended up using Moneyball to win the World Series. They had both the money and the analytics. That's why they offered Billy the job, because they understood that analytics were the future in baseball.
Which two teams get the first seed from the round robin?
I want to say Tampa in the East, but now they may be without both Hedman and Stamkos. If they don't have Hedman and Stamkos, Boston may very well end up getting that number one seed. In the West, I still like Colorado's chances, but St. Louis may have that determination as well because of their Stanley Cup from last year.
You should do a full playoff prediction before the play-ins.
Well, see, to me, it's not the playoffs yet. It's the playoffs start when you got 16 teams. So to me, I'm going to do the predictions once we get down to 16 teams. Right now we're at 24. And as hard as it is to predict things at 16, when it's at 24 and you don't even know the seedings, it is all over the place. It is completely random.
Chris Farley or Will Ferrell?
Chris Farley,
no
by
question.
a million miles.
Right?
Chris Farley is never irritating. Chris Farley sometimes wasn't that funny.
Yes.
But he was never irritating. Chris Farley.
Will Ferrell, on the other hand,
I never felt like punching Chris Farley.
Terrible movies.
Will Ferrell can be absolutely horrible to have to sit through a movie with. I can't do it.
You don't usually sit through. And not watching that. There are several Will Ferrell movies that I've watched the beginning and okay, that's
like crap. Just imagine that Eurovision movie if it had been Chris Farley instead of Will Ferrell.
It would have been great.
Doing the Eurovision Song Contest.
That would have been skills.
Oh, that would have been absolutely amazing.
Right?
While Rachel McAdams is a national treasure, and she is,
I would totally change the feel of the movie.
Good, because Will Ferrell was the problem with the movie.
True.
It kind of dragged it down a little bit for me. The music was great. The soundtrack was fantastic. Just, it was Will Ferrell.
Do you have advice for getting folds out of an Adidas logo? Iron it. You iron it on low because your fabric can melt. Iron it from the inside and put something between the iron and your jersey. Like you can even use a shirt.
I'll borrow his
You
car
can
now.
iron it. Just don't start it on high. You can always turn your heat up, but you can't really turn it down. If you don't have an iron, you can have it in the washroom, hang it up in the washroom while you're taking a shower. The steam can slowly help get out wrinkles, but that won't work as
where did it
well with Adidas.
Where did that car go? It's ghost car. It's gone.
Do you think Hellebuck should have gotten some heart recognition?
No, not with Draisaitl. I think it's Draisaitl's award. I really do. If Buffalo had been in a playoff spot, I think Eichel would have got some consideration as well. It is really, really tough for a goaltender to win the Hart. It really is.
Is Tampa the Toronto of the South?
That's a really odd
I don't
way of putting
understand.
it. Doesn't Tampa have a championship? They won a championship in 2004. Now, Toronto has one with the Raptors. So, Toronto has a recent championship. I would say no, because Tampa has a pretty good blue line, and their cap is really honestly hard to find players that are making too much money in Tampa.
Did you create a bracket league yet?
Not yet. I don't know what the deadline is for that. I don't think it's yet. I have
seen
no
much
idea.
about that.
I haven't seen the NHL promoting it either.
Right, that's it. I haven't seen it yet.
Usually they promote the heck out of that stuff.
Do you see the NHL permanently adopting a 20-team postseason?
We'll see how it goes this year, and we'll see how things progress next year, whether or not we are okay, there's a vaccine, everybody's fine, or whether next year we're still in the same position we're in now. I would think professional athletes, once a vaccine becomes available, they will get it. And once they have it, then there's no reason to have to shut sports down anymore. It'll just be a matter of when the fans get it and how all that works. But it honestly, the pressure to change it will be based on economics, I would think.
Will you do a video on Bill Wirtz?
At some point, yes, because I need to do videos on poor owners. And in Wirtz's case, I don't think he was a bad owner, just out of touch. I think with Bill Wirtz, I think it was more of a case of him being out of touch than actually being a bad owner.
Do you think John Gruden is going to stay with the Raiders for much longer?
You know, it's the Raiders, so I would not be surprised if there are wholesale changes just because it's the Raiders. It seems like that's what happens with the Raiders. There's always some sort of change coming.
The playoffs are too long as it is. We don't need 24 teams to be a permanent thing. Agreed.
I do agree with that. I do. I think it's going to be a tough sell. An expanded playoffs. She got run over. That's so funny. I stole her car and then she ran over and she's dead now. Isn't that funny? Yvonne? Isn't that funny? See, that's the irony of it. That's the irony of life right there. One day you're just driving down the road, enjoying it, and the next moment you're dead.
Driving along.
And then you're... It's the arm movement that makes the whole scene work. And just David Spade's, okay, this is it. He just gives up at that point. You're driving.
Who do you think will be a good replacement for Jimmy Howard?
Hopefully they find a young goaltender in Detroit that's going to take the reins. Like, Bernier is good for another year as the starter. I think he'll be fine for another year as the starter in Detroit. The expectation's not going to be for playoffs anyways. But they need a good young goaltender. So if that Demko ever became available, I think Detroit would be calling Vancouver and seeing what the asking price was. Because again, Vancouver's going to lose a goaltender. Either Markstrom leaves as free agent, or they'll have to protect Markstrom or Demko in the expansion, and they're not going to want to lose Demko for nothing if they decide to protect Markstrom.
Shannon doesn't like Harry Potter, so that'll answer that question for you.
Why did the car explode?
Did we ever find out what teams were whining about the Maple Leafs using their own training facilities in the summer?
I didn't hear.
Would you say that Dan Snyder is the worst owner in NFL right now?
Yeah, he's up there. With the NFL and with their ownership and Jerry Jones and all that,
people care that you're stepping on them, Shannon.
I think with Jerry Jones, are we going to be surprised if Jerry Jones has some kind of horrible secrets, like Robert Kraft has horrible secrets? And yeah, I think NFL owners are unique and for all the wrong reasons.
If the ratings are good this playoffs, do you think the NHL goes back to 1-8 format?
Well, that's going to be based on the networks. A lot of the reason that they went to the divisional matchups is the networks wanted more rivalries, and they wanted to know ahead of time who was going to play who in the playoffs. So, with the play-ins the way or the playoffs the way that they are now in the NHL, with the divisional matchups, you know who's facing who in the next round. So you can advertise it weeks in advance if you need to. What's wrong? I'm just hanging out, and I'm just making some money, just making some bank. So you stomp the money out of them. That's what you do. You just knock them down, and once I leave, they get right back up. Oh, here comes the police to say hi.
What league do you think is handling the return best?
Well, the NBA had 0 positive tests, so I'm going to say the NBA is doing pretty well. Toronto or Vancouver. The NHL had 2 positive tests, so they're doing pretty well as well. Bless your face.
Oh my goodness.
If you sneeze during this video, bless you.
Is whose name
Peace out.
Anthony? I don't know any Anthonys. Who will do better next year, Detroit or San Jose?
San Jose. I think San Jose is going into a rebuild, but I think they're still going to be ahead of Detroit next year. If Detroit had got Lafreniere, that might have been different.
Most crappiest, you don't need the most there. Crappiest is already signifying that it is the crappiest, so you don't need most there as a quantifier. You've already got that established. Okay, crappiest sports movie.
Youngblood. Youngblood's awful. Youngblood is just awful.
Will the MLB continue?
I think they're basically in a position where they have to. I'm kind of ticked off. I can't kick any of those fruit baskets. I think they're in a position where they kind of sort of have to until they're no longer able to. So it's going to have to be like a major outbreak on a team before they'd actually shut down. I hope they don't get there, but it could happen.
Does San Jose sell this offseason? If so, who do they trade?
They don't really have that much to sell. In terms of veteran players that you would think a team would be worthy, like, wanting to sell, they don't really have that much. They're not going to sell Carlson. They're not going to sell Burns. Yeah, there really isn't much there. Whee!
Do you think Tom Brady should have retired instead of going to the Bucks?
It would have been nice to see him retire as a member of the Patriots. I was kind of surprised he went to Tampa, but money talks. I think he wants to prove that he can win outside of the Patriots. I think the Patriots want to prove they can win without him, too. I think it's going to be great.
Will the Flyers move up to a higher seed in the round-robin tournament?
I hope so, because they were playing the best hockey in the NHL at the time of the pause, so I think they had earned the right to be probably the number 2 seed. You got to think they wouldn't have been able to catch Boston by the end of the year, but they could have passed everybody else.
Why would he focus on the driving and not the questions? That would defeat the point of us doing.
I am focusing on the driving. What's not more focused than me being wrapped up underneath this guy's backside? Hey, what's up with you? Your car sucks. My car's awesome. See, I stole it just today. Your car sucks. It's taller than mine, but it still sucks.
Now that the preseason is canceled, do you think the NFL delays the season?
There's still talk about the season starting on time. I think the pressure is on them to do so. But I think the other part with the NFL is they want to have fans in attendance. They haven't given up on the idea of fans being in attendance. I know Philadelphia has, but some cities really haven't. So considering what's going on with NASCAR, that there's the possibility we'll see some fans in attendance at some of these games. And I don't know how you make that work. I don't know how you socially distance at the hot dog stands and the
entrance,
various washrooms, and
entrance.
Well, the entrance as well. But you can have somebody there, keeping people 6 feet apart for a lot of things. Just you can't at a bathroom.
Are you British? You have a tendency to drive on the incorrect side of the road.
I want to be British. I really, I've always thought this would be nice.
Shannon drives like this in real life, right? Yeah, that's why I drive the van.
You're just upset because if I was driving, we'd get to Vancouver in like 20 minutes.
When will we see power rankings again?
I did the Jersey power rankings yesterday, which people told me was wrong. I had somebody saying I was playing favorites because Edmonton was at the bottom, at which point I said, if I was playing favorites, why isn't Montreal at the bottom? Why is LA right near the top?
And Canucks aren't at the top.
No, Canucks are nowhere near the top. And
Kings
so,
are, though.
Yeah, Kings are. Hawks are pretty highly ranked. So, power rankings, it'll be next season. For actual legitimate power rankings for teams, it'll be next season. Before the power rankings board, which is December, before the power rankings board's really used. I may do like a preseason power rankings in the middle of November when we get into training camps, but solid power rankings, it's going to be next season, so December, sadly. The board's still set up. I haven't touched it. I haven't moved anybody. But yeah, it's gonna be December from the looks of it.
I've been watching Nailed It with my family. So funny and great.
Nailed It is fantastic.
The French one's
the
my
French
favorite.
one is great.
It's my favorite.
6 episodes. It is in French. You have to read the subtitles. But my God, he is the funniest.
The host on that one's
the host is fantastic.
The way he makes fun of people is fantastic.
So you lose. So you're not going to win. Okay, so I'm just not going to talk to you because you're done.
What do you think of the Kraken name? Do you like it or wish they chose a different name?
That's
the name I wanted, so...
I wanted Sockeyes in the beginning, but Kraken did win me over.
Then he realized that Kraken was better.
So, well...
Yes.
I mean, it's...
better.
From a marketing perspective, it's better. And nobody's scared of a salmon. Nobody's scared of a little... Especially when you've already got Vancouver as an orca on their jersey. And San Jose's the Sharks. Yeah. So
it would just
be the fish that get eaten by sharks. And
it was a fish that got beat up. It would look... I can picture the 80s style cartoon of a fish with black eyes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it would not have been an attractive jersey or logo. And those were the major options. Like Sasquatch came in because it was a fan voted idea, but there are no Sasquatch near Seattle.
No, they all live here in BC.
The mythical Sasquatch, which isn't real.
Though people are mad more that the Kraken don't live in the Pacific Ocean.
Yes, because there's a lot of Kraken in the Atlantic. They're a mythical Atlantic creature. I don't understand what I'm saying. Yeah, they don't exist. It doesn't matter.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
Wait, Freddy Krueger's there now? I don't buy this movie because Freddy Krueger in the last... Okay, he's not real.
Have you seen the NHL bubble? It's so nice.
Yes.
I mean the arenas.
Well, yes, and they get like a whole football field, the whole stadium to themselves.
Good.
And there's 14 restaurants. 14 restaurants and 8 movie theaters.
Very
nice. They get as well.
Good.
So
they have stuff that they can do when it's not their turn.
Yep. And then they're allowed to go on excursions.
You get to go on field trips.
Yeah, where Bettman's going to drive a bus, and
they'll sing songs.
Marchand will pick a fight with the Leafs.
Is this a sign that the new Coyote ownership is struggling, or was this just a personality conflict?
It really sounds like it was a personality conflict. I don't think they expected him to leave. I think the expectation was, well, he'll talk to these guys and he'll stay here, and then, oh, he's leaving? So we don't know yet what the opportunity was that John Chayka was provided. I look forward to seeing what that is, and then we can give a better idea of, or at least a better opinion of whether or not he made a right decision. He's only 31 years of age. That's the thing that's forgotten here. He was hired to be a general manager at 26. I said at the time I thought that was too young, and I still do. And I don't know that you can build a great hockey team just on analytics, which is what... I'm not saying that's what he was doing, but analytics was a large driver for him.
I saw on Twitter that the NHL put family pictures in some players' hotel rooms. What a nice gesture.
That is nice. Look how fast this car goes. This is fantastic. Whee! Don't you crash. Don't you explode. I've already exploded a few times today, and it doesn't feel good.
Shannon should come to Quebec Not right now.
Not until the end of the world's over. Gotta wait till the end of the world's over, and then we'll be doing traveling.
We're not going on a plane. No way in hell I'm driving to Quebec.
Nope.
Pass.
Right now the world's become green eggs and ham about traveling. Yes. So that's not on a plane, not on a train.
Not in my van.
Yeah. That's not the plan.
Strangle the kids.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? That'd be a fun road trip.
Oh, God. That'd be awful.
Are we there?
Wait, this guy's picking a fight with me with his car? He's a
Boys
moron.
won't let me watch this movie. I want to watch Frozen 2.
You're an idiot.
You should come to Nova Scotia.
That's
wish. Even further.
I wish I could go to Nova Scotia.
Couldn't possibly be more secluded away from everyone. Oh, yeah, you could. You could go to Nunavut. That'd be a lot more secluded. And they have their COVID's under control.
That's because nobody's there.
But. Yeah. Totally under control. But again, we're not flying.
Nope.
I'm not driving. Pass.
That's right, dude. Keep running around the highway and see what happens.
If you could be at either Rogers Arena or Scotia Arena to watch the play-ins and first 2 rounds live, which would you pick?
Oh, if I could watch the play-ins live? Oh, I'd watch the Western playoffs. That'd be great. I'd be in Edmonton, which is weird because I can't say that I've ever said I'd rather be in Edmonton, but here we are. So, yeah, I would totally be in Edmonton. That'd be great. I think the Western playoffs are going to be a lot of fun. And then there's a lot of Canadian content there to watch too. You got Calgary, Winnipeg, Vancouver, Edmonton. That'd be fun.
Nova Scotia is really cool here. When the world is back to normal, you should come. It's also really expensive.
Not as expensive as Newfoundland.
Well, I mean,
Newfoundland is really expensive.
But it'd be really expensive to get there.
Right.
I'll see your Nova Scotia and raise you New Brunswick. We can seclude as well as anyone. You know, we can seclude here in BC too.
New Brunswick had their case numbers really low.
Yeah. And then somebody went to Quebec.
Basically, yes. Like Haida-Gwaii had all their numbers under control.
Ew.
And then they left. And then that's what happened.
Can Vegas win the cup this year?
Yes. I actually had a cameo request that was along those lines where it was a Vegas fan asking me to settle their mind that Vegas could still win it. So I did a whole video on how Vegas can absolutely win it. And it wasn't hard for me to make that argument because Vegas has a good top 6. They have a good top 4 defense. And their goaltending's fantastic. So.
What team will have the best storyline if they win? Example, Oilers winning the cup after the Caves situation.
If Philly wins the Stanley Cup with Lindblom, that's going to be a pretty tough one to top. Dallas with Stephen Johns, that'd be another one. Robin Leonard with Vegas would be pretty big. There are a lot of emotional storylines. You can find one on almost every team. But I would think Lindblom going through cancer treatments and then winning a Stanley Cup would be right up there because he is playing. He's on their roster.
Well,
and he just completed his cancer treatments a couple weeks ago. So let's hope this bubble is as tight as possible.
I would guess that he kind of ensured that before he okayed even
Oh,
go
probably.
back.
Look at this. I was playing rodeo. Here we go. Come on.
Will we get more great truths about the NHL, its players at some point?
Yes, and at some point I want to do another comedy video that's similar to that, but again, those things have to kind of happen organically. Like the video I did last year on, if referees gave press conferences.
Oh, yeah.
Because of all the rage about San Jose.
So funny, yes.
Yeah, the rage about San Jose and Vegas.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, I got to address this in a video. And I do that so that when people are like, what do you think of this? I'm like, oh, didn't I showed you, I did a video on it actually. And then I give them the link to that joke video. This is what I think.
Well, wouldn't you get a discount in Newfoundland being a former resident?
I don't know. I don't know if I'd have to show them that I lived in Gander, or maybe if my family that's down in St. John's went with me, if I got some kind of a discount. I don't know. I do need to get discounts though. You can ask my wife. I've started getting kind of like, wait, I don't get a discount for this? Seriously? Like when I'm looking for jerseys, if there's no kind of discount code, I kind of get snippy now. Like, well, I'm not paying full price. What do you
Shannon
think
doesn't
so?
pay full price for
I really,
anything.
I get this
Really
weird
doesn't.
facial tick if I have to pay full price for a jersey because I think they're overpriced.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. There you go. Now I'm on you. Now look at this. Look at that humping your car. Look at that. My car's humping yours. Look at that.
You're such a dork.
My car's the boy. How do you feel about that? Huh? How do you feel about that?
Okay, that's
Look
not...
at the sparks.
Anyways, which
sparks.
is worse? Which is worse? The
Look.
Habs... Shut it. Which is worse? The Habs getting a cup or them getting laugh?
If you don't like Montreal, them getting Lafreniere would be worse because Lafreniere is going to be fantastic. He's going to be a superstar for a while. So if they want a Stanley Cup, I mean, the danger of that is that means that Pittsburgh could get Lafreniere, but yeah, if they get Lafreniere, you could see Montreal being pretty darn good pretty darn quickly.
You've thrown them all off. They're not even asking hockey stuff now.
Why? Because of the angry...
You're a dork.
Because of the humpy
no,
hump?
Okay, stop. Don't continue that sentence.
Look at all the sparks between my car and that one. They need to find a room together. Look at that.
Okay, anyways.
What are you ducking for? You should be proud. Hey, what are you doing? Why are you ducking down with your beanie? Ooh, look at that. My car's the man.
Shut it. Okay. What's the most hated team in general?
Boston. Boston is the most hated team in general. It's Boston. It would have been Chicago 5 years ago. Now it's Boston. 100% Boston. I think Chicago would have been arguable 5 years ago. Boston still would have been in the conversation. Now it's just Boston.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if Toronto lost to Columbus and then won the draft?
Honestly, I would get a kick out of that. I think that would be funny. I know a lot of people would be pretty triggered by it, but I do think it would be funny. And it might save Kyle Dubas's job if that happened. Ooh, look at that. Bam. Look at this. Come on, why are you ducking down? Come on, buddy. Come on, own it. Own that your car's the girl. Own it. Your car is the girl.
What in the world does that even mean?
That guy's car knows what it means. Go on. Look at the sparks between us.
Thanks for the bailout, America. Did you see that billboard? Oh, goodness.
Oh, the billboards in this game are fantastic. Okay, I'll stop with the angry sex.
They should.
See, invest in the red. It's in your interest.
Okay, anyways. They should reseed the Final Four, I'm gonna guess it's supposed to be they are playing in hub cities this year.
Look at that.
Stop whining, start mining. Uranium Kingston. Oh, goodness.
Uranium equals money. I love this game.
Did you hear the question?
About reseeding?
Yeah.
That they shouldn't reseed?
They should reseed. I'm gonna guess it's a different they're playing in hub cities this year.
Well, I mean the teams are playing for seeding. The teams are playing for seeding in the round robin. There's a good name for a store.
See, they agree with me that you're a dork.
I'm not a dork. Just for that, I'm going to find another girl car.
Dorkity dork. See?
Here comes another girl car.
It's not.
Oh, there's the girl car right there. Hey, buddy.
Boy cars. They don't have genitals, so.
Yeah, well, guess what?
No. Okay. Anyway.
Guess what mine's got?
No.
There we go. Whee! Off you go.
Nope.
Oh,
I'm not
there are the girl cars.
Because the kids have leftovers.
Where are you going? We were just getting started.
Noodle salad.
Come on, it's a beautiful night out.
Noodle salad. We
Where
made
you going?
the name. They have.
Whee!
baked
Come on.
zucchini.
Come on. Come on. Car's
There was
playing hard to
something
get.
else.
Look at this.
They've got leftovers, and then we have a ton of blueberries. Lots of blueberries, but no, they're
Playing hard to
the
get, huh?
leftover noodle
Oh,
salad.
hey. You're trying to play the boy. I don't think that's how this works. This guy doesn't understand how a car fooling around works.
If you want to prove that you have a boy car, you should get a car with hydraulics. No, you just get a big
There we
pickup
go.
truck.
I used to put the hydraulics into my cars in Need for Speed Underground. It was a lot of fun. The old Underground 2, that was great. I used to love doing that.
It's a piggyback ride, not a Humpty Dumpty.
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. Whee! Oh, wait. What just happened? Did I just destroy that car? Where'd he
Crunchy
go?
or smooth peanut butter?
Crunchy. It's not even close.
I like
Only
smooth.
monsters would prefer. You just think you do. Crunchy's better.
I prefer cashew butter. It's the best.
Anything cashew is the best. That's not a fair question.
Right?
Whee!
When do you think that hire a coach?
Well, that depends on next season. So the idea was that of 2021, but that's not going to happen. So I'm guessing the expansion draft is going to be, I'll say October of next season. I mean, if they have a full season and they start it in December.
Crunchy is for dorks. Their big pickup truck is overcompensating for some shortcomings.
There you go.
Agreed. And they all drive like it.
Oh,
yes.
there we go.
They're awful.
Oh,
drivers.
there's his money. There we go. There we go. I ran over him till his money fell out.
Bruce Cassidy was saying he was thinking of sitting stars during the round robin so they don't get injured.
Yeah, I
do
can
you
see
that.
happening,
and do you think other teams will follow?
Yep, I saw that report ago, and I think it's crazy. These guys haven't played hockey since March. You want them to be in game shape. It is absolutely crazy to have them sitting out while you're going to be playing a team in the next round that's running play-in, and they're going to be playing playoff intensity hockey. Brad Marchand said he expects the hockey to be kind of ugly, and I think that's just going to make it uglier.
Will Seattle have fans in the arena for their home opener?
I'm going to say yes, because that'll be a year from probably December or so. I'll say yes. Whee! Come on, where are you going? Hey, don't flip me off. Not my fault you were on the road. Flip me off. Look at that. See? Look, this guy flips me. See that? That's just not right.
Brisebois?
Yeah.
Any good?
Brisebois, the GM? Yes. Being GM in Tampa is a challenge. I think Brisebois is a good GM. Yep. Absolutely. Oh.
There's more people agreeing that you're a dork.
That's not a thing.
They agree with me.
No, they don't.
You're more likely to get hurt being too rusty. Just play them.
Yes. I agree. I think that's the danger. Oh, wow. I took the whole front end off of that one.
Tampa just landed. All of the Eastern teams are now in the hub.
Wait, did he die? Come on. Hurry. Oh, that's too bad. That's a shame. All right. I'm going to get out. Gonna pick a fight with this guy.
Why are you kicking the car door?
Because then they run away.
Then
they run away, and then this creates a huge line of cars.
Yeah, see, if somebody was kicking my door, I wouldn't be getting out.
See? And he gets out.
He lost his door.
And now he's pinned.
Over?
Now he's pinned.
Why are you dented that car by kicking it?
Yeah, I did. I know I did. I'm creating a huge traffic jam. See, and now she can't back up, so she's gone too. See what I've done? Aren't you proud of me?
Pralines. Northerners pronounce it pralines, but it's really pralines?
Like
Never
prawns?
heard it called
See?
a praline.
Look what I've created.
That sounds weird.
Look what I've created. Behold, the creation of chaos.
I've had pralines, though.
And they will just sit there in traffic. Wait, why are cops coming now? Because I kicked the tail end of that car?
Do you think Justice League Snyder cut will be good? It apparently could be up to 4 hours, unlike the original cut, which was 2 hours.
Oh God,
That sounds miserable.
That's terrible. That's, you know, I find it weird that Zack Snyder movies, while they're good,
terrible.
the Zack Snyder DC movies I think were middling. And now, because Justice League was such a huge disappointment, I think people are convinced there's a really good version out there. And I'm not convinced that there is. I'm not that excited about a Justice League movie. Because I think they got the whole setup wrong to start with. Whether it was Man of Steel or Batman v Superman, I think the whole setup was iffy at best.
I swear this is similar to driving through the Bronx, some wacko in the middle of the road kicking cars.
It's great. I love doing that. Makes me happy.
Could you make a hot seat video for coaches and GMs, or a video about worst owners in the NHL?
Yes, I absolutely can.
I'm gonna miss TEG when THG sends him back to the basement once hockey returns.
TEG videos will still likely happen. Not as many, but they will still likely happen. Might be tough that first month, though.
What show would you recommend to binge?
Any version of Nailed It, I'd recommend.
I've been binging. Tasty show.
I've been binge watching. Oh, shot me in the head. I've been binge watching. Watch what I do here. You'll see when I get shot in the head. I've been binge watching.
Oh goodness, Shannon.
I've been binge watching New Girl. I'm up to the end of season 5, and I can already see that it's starting to lose it. It's really starting to lose it, and it's sad because the middle of season 5 was pretty good, and towards the end I'm like, really, this is stupid.
Hope on next gen GTA 5 that cars will not despawn. I don't really know what that means.
Oh, they just disappear. Reappear and disappear. I hope they get that stuff figured out too.
I cry every night saying I wanted purple and green, Seattle. I wanted purple and green. Agreed.
Whee! Look what I stole now.
If you live stream the games, I'll be here since I don't use a TV.
We'll be doing I'm aiming for one live stream a week on the main channel during games, and then of course the Patreon/membership live streams on the main channel as well.
Is it said coyote or coyote?
Yeah. Or coyote. I say coyote. You know, like Coyote Ugly?
But if you see a coyote...
I call it a coyote.
Then
I've seen a coyote. And that was terrifying that one time. I'm walking to work.
Oh, okay. I was like, how would a coyote be terrifying? They're little.
Because I was walking to work, and it was like 2 feet away, and I was like,
that would be startling.
I was like, and it came out of the corn.
Oh yeah.
And so I was like, "Hello, puppy," and it turned to face me, and like,
you're not.
And I said out loud, "You're not a puppy. You're a coyote. You're not a puppy." Because again, when it's that close, if it decided to nip or bite, I don't know how I'd explain that at work. And then you don't know what it might be carrying, so then I get the joy of going to a hospital, probably getting various shots, potentially.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they'd have you do the rabies shot, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, not feeling that. Really, really not feeling that. So, yeah, I really wish that had been a puppy that day.
Will you do... a long live stream for playoff and our plan series? He won't do long ones because he has to do his work part.
Yes, so probably about an hour. We usually aim for an hour. That's during the game. We'll pick a period that I'm gonna...
Yeah.
So maybe the first period.
I was gonna say, usually when we live stream a game, it's not the third.
No.
Because
I have to take notes.
Extra busy for that part.
Yeah.
And then as soon as games are done, he has to do the review.
You can
so.
skimp on notes in the first period. You can't skimp on them in the third. People will not be happy.
Live streams from games are a little bit more difficult because he does have to kind of pay attention to the games. And people like to ask questions that have nothing to do with the game that's going on.
That's true.
So.
Okay, I'm going to try to steal this police car now after they're done chasing me because I'm pretty sure I can do it. I just have to not be stupid about it.
Have you seen the NBA bubble court setup? Thoughts?
I haven't seen it yet. I know that it looks pretty secure. I know the NBA is pretty confident in what they're putting together. I don't see any reason it won't work yet. That's the yet, though.
Would hockey benefit from fewer games like MLB?
Yes, but it won't happen because much like Major League Baseball, owners don't want to lose money.
Did you like Man of Steel? I think it's criminally underrated.
I wasn't a huge fan. I mean, there's parts I like. I like Amy Adams. She's good, but I'm not a huge fan of it in general. Police cars disappeared. I was gonna steal a police car and they just disappeared.
What I meant to say is when Final Four NHL teams that are left, should they reseed again?
No. Leave it West and East. The only way that you can have it so that you're saying, well, the best teams might be 2 of the East or 2 of the West, you have to have a balanced schedule. I wouldn't reseed at that point.
Have we seen the last of Coach's Corner?
Yes. In that form, yes. I think Don Cherry is done. But I mean, Don Cherry is not a spring chicken either. And I don't think he was far away from retirement either. So, yeah, I think we were at the end.
Generally, you don't ask the gender of a person unless you're in a need-to-know position. And since Shannon is already taken, you wouldn't be in a need-to-know position. So that's a really odd question to ask. I know, right?
Gender of who?
You. You don't ask the gender of people, though I'm sure everybody already knows. But you don't ask somebody's gender unless you need to know.
I didn't know I had that many feminine
features. Just a general thing of life.
Yeah,
you don't ask somebody's gender.
It's still there.
You don't.
As long as that's still there, that's kind of a
It's not.
pretty good indicator.
That's not what makes you a boy or a girl.
Sure it is. That's why it's called Adam's and not Eve's apple. Because see what happened is that when Adam was eating it, he choked on it.
Anyways.
So back in
I think
1256
the NBA did it
BC,
better by having their players in the bubble well in advance of play. MLS had positive test troubles. Maybe hockey too?
hockey only had only two tests positive in the first week of Phase 3. Hockey players, from all accounts, pretty careful, and you've got to think a lot of them were probably living in Canada as well, where the odds of being exposed would be lower than in the States. So I have full faith and confidence in hockey players. They were told as well the whole way along to isolate. Right middle of March, it was, okay, we're paused. You guys isolate. Stay home. Don't leave your house. Don't associate with a bunch of people. And by all accounts, most players have done exactly that. There we go.
Further thoughts on Adelaide's desire to marry another girl. She didn't say that, did she?
No.
She just said she didn't want to marry a boy. She didn't say she wanted to marry a girl. There's a huge difference. As a 7-year-old little girl, her opinion of boys is that she has 2 teenage brothers who are smelly and annoying. Can you blame her?
And I'm annoying.
So, but she has never said that she wants to marry another girl. And if she did, okay. But whenever she says she doesn't want to marry a boy, I just tell her, and that's your choice. You don't have to marry a boy if you don't want to.
Nope.
So, yeah.
I didn't marry a boy, and look how I turned out.
She did not say that she wants to marry a girl.
No.
She just says she doesn't want to marry a boy.
Which is understandable. I don't want to marry a boy either. Hi, Shadow.
Boys are smelly and, obnoxious.
I can't argue with that.
Right?
I really can't.
Yeah, see,
From
she's
my gym
learned
class
that.
experience,
She's a smart girl.
gym class experience in middle school, yeah, no. As a camp counselor dealing with teenagers and tweens, no, I can't argue that boys are not smelly. I can't
Right?
make that argument.
She's smart. She knows how this works.
We had one kid at camp, a good looking kid and everything,
So-
didn't take a shower the entire week. And it was
Ew,
awful.
That's so gross.
And he wore the same
Yeah, see,
clothes
boys
for
are
most
gross.
of the week too.
Ew.
And yet he found a girlfriend that week. And I remember we were saying as counselors, like, does she not have a nose? Does she not have a sense of smell? Because, yeah, he may be a
Ew.
good-looking kid, but dear Lord, it's just the, wow.
Ew.
So, yeah, I couldn't make that argument. And I can't remember us having that discussion on girls, where any of the girl counselors said that they had problems with their
that's
girls
really gross.
with that. So,
Lots of kids that age say the same thing. People shouldn't look so much into it. Let kids be kids. Agreed.
well, I mean, I was a little kid.
She's
The
a
Bionic
little,
Woman was my girlfriend, according to me, when I was a little
she's
kid.
very much
So
like me when I was little. I had no interest in boys because boys are just annoying. And yes, I remember boys being smelly and they had bad breath.
when I was 3 years old, I mean, just because
So-
I thought the Bionic Woman was my
Yes.
girlfriend, it didn't mean Lindsay Wagner was involved in some kind of unnatural relationship with a 3-year-old.
Yeah, boys are gross.
But Lindsay Wagner's still a treasure too.
Shadow would like to speak to you about where'd it go? Doing more outside videos. Oh, I'm sure he
Every
would.
time I go to the door, he shows me where the handle is.
Gotta pull this.
This
Human?
works the door, human.
Do my bidding.
There you go. Is he gonna get out?
Adelaide's just 7. It's fine. She lives with a lot of boys. Perfectly normal. My sister said she would hate to marry a boy. And she has a dad. Not Shannon. Her dad is a smelly boy as well. So that's her perception of boys. Our boys are really smelly and they're annoying. So yep.
See, and I can't. Like, even if I'm standing here by myself and I catch a whiff of
Shannon is
some kind of body odor, I'm like, oh God, no, and I have to go.
Very hygienic boy. It is great.
I have to go get the speed stick. I'm like, okay, I need this now. This is an emergency. I have 3 different deodorants just for different moods and just for how serious the situation is. Sometimes you have a serious situation, you got to get the Axe stuff. That's more girly than anything else, but
I'm a fan of Shannon's sense of hygiene.
Yeah.
Adelaide is the most beautiful name, I think. I really like it.
Oh,
That's why I picked it. I do really like the name Adelaide. Her dad, not a fan. He was
Adelaide,
not happy that I used that name.
most beautiful name's probably Brittany. Brittany's nice and rare too.
No.
There's not very many Brittany's.
No, it's not.
Ashley. Ashley's another one's not very common. Let's see. Mary, Jessica. Not very many Jessicas either.
Oh my gosh.
Jessica's a pretty name. Jennifer. There were only 3 Jens in my class in grade 7, so Jen was a pretty rare name. They didn't all go by Jen either.
Your thoughts of Bublé doing the opening ceremony in Edmonton?
He did. He is. I had no idea. That'd be great for him. I'd be very happy for him. That involved going to Edmonton. He'd go to Edmonton. I'd honestly be kind of surprised if he. I mean, he'd take that opportunity, but I'd be kind of surprised if he went to Edmonton right now.
Yeah, he's very.
He has been home. He has been home basically every day, the same as me since March.
Yeah, he flew home right at the very beginning of this.
Canceled his tour and he flew home immediately.
Does Vancouver have a famous food?
I guess the ceremony could be from his house over Zoom.
True. Nanaimo bars are from near Vancouver. California rolls are from Vancouver. Yeah. I think those are...
Trevor Linden cookies are from Vancouver, too.
Vancouver foods.
Trevor Linden cookies are really good. They're patient cookies.
Bublé is doing the anthems.
Oh, there you go. Well, he could do that remotely. He doesn't necessarily have to be there because I know a lot of the announcers aren't gonna be there either. They're gonna be doing that from a studio. So
thoughts on the LED screens? Goodness,
that's gonna be fantastic. I am really happy about that idea. I think that's gonna be a lot of fun to watch.
It was on Sportsnet earlier today. I assume it's on Zoom. There was nothing said if he was going to Edmonton.
Yeah,
I
can't see him going to Edmonton.
No.
I just can't. Not right now.
He's very, very cautious.
And he's very family oriented, so
yeah, he's really close with his kiddos.
Yeah.
And his oldest is immunocompromised, so that's why he's extra cautious. So I would be very surprised if he went somewhere. Of course, if you're going to go somewhere, someplace where all the people are insured to have been not outside that area.
I guess.
But I wouldn't think they would let him into the bubble.
No.
Right?
I wouldn't think so.
So, will the NHL expand to 40 teams and or Mexico?
There was talk at one point about going to 40 teams with the idea of having an 8-team division in Europe, but it just logistically doesn't work. Logistically, it's not going to work. I can't see them doing it. And with the pandemic now, you've got to think anything like that would be backed up by probably at least a decade. Boom, 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 boom.
Will the NHL tarp off seats and sell advertising?
The seats are going to be tarped off for the return, and I would imagine that'll be a thing for a while, for probably quite a while.
Words of wisdom: police don't like it when you intentionally run into their vehicles.
They seem to be jerks about it. I don't understand why they're such jerks about it. I think it's delightful that, I'm engaging with local law enforcement in a playful manner. They have a lot of police cars. They also have an unlimited number of police officers, so they really don't have anything to complain about. Right,
where will Jesse Puljujarvi land?
Not in Edmonton. His time in Edmonton is done.
Why'd you hand it to me when he's in the water?
You can figure out the swimming.
I don't know how this works. How do I get out of here? Is there anywhere? This is all like cliff. It doesn't. He barely moves. Can he get out here? There we go. He walks really slow. Is it because he's hiking up? This is really steep. Oh, I made it up anyways. He won't move. You go that way. Oh, I made it up. That's a big wall.
Did you figure it out?
Yeah, I got him out of the water.
Okay.
He walks really slow. He's a slow walker. There's a super chat there.
City you'd want for
why does he
GTA
walk so
6.
slow?
Aren't they going back to?
He's just strolling.
I want to say San Andreas. X. Just tap the X.
Tap
and
it?
he'll run. Yep. Tap the X and he'll run.
Why can't I just push it?
Because then he won't run.
Yeah, he is.
Nope. Just tap the X.
He's running.
Just tap it. Give it a little
There's
tap,
a
tap, taparoo. And I've got my magnets. I'm making. Can't see from here.
I ran into a thingy. I can't go straight again.
Come on, thanks for keeping us up to date with all things hockey. Look forward to new. Yeah, can't wait for hockey. Me neither. That's going to be great. Hi, Adam.
Why is this all fenced off? I can't go anywhere.
Oh, the redraft videos. Yeah, I haven't done a redraft in ages. I guess I could do another redraft. Well, no, it's just...
Shannon's a slacker. He's down here playing video games.
You're going back where I was.
Well, I'm trying to get somewhere.
You're going backwards. Oh, that's fine. It's fine.
I'm just trying to go anywhere.
So you can see the map there, right?
The map means absolutely nothing to me.
Okay, well, you understand what the map's telling you is on your left, right?
A road?
Right. So there you go, you're all set.
But there's a fence there, so I can't even get to it, so I'm trying to get around that. So eventually I'll
Any tricks to keeping the litter box not smelling like a dumpster fire?
Clean it all the time. And don't buy crappy litter.
Yeah, Yeah, those two.
It really does depend on what litter you buy, but if you clean it...
I find the perfumey litters are worse.
Oh, we don't buy
The
perfume
perfumey litters are nasty.
They are gross.
Yeah, they are really, really nasty.
But if you clean it, you only have to clean it like every other day. Then it's not smelly.
Oh, good. You're going to be on the train tracks.
And we have a bunch of litter boxes, but we have 4 cats. But, we got another one, but we only have 3 litter boxes set up right now. So I haven't figured out where to put the 4th one. And they get cleaned about every other day. And we get the litter that clumps. And yes.
My spot has been replaced.
How do I...
He's saying he's cleaning it daily.
How do I open...
Oh, don't take...
well, that's not... I don't know how to open them.
I think that's... Is that a military? No, it's just a crap truck.
How do I get in it? This
the
works.
triangle.
Can I do it when I'm on it?
I don't think so.
Oh, he's gonna walk off. Oh, that's nice. They stopped for me.
What are you doing?
Trying to get off the truck.
Okay, you're gonna have to...
That's not what I... No, come here. Thank you. How do I get in?
Okay, now he's gonna fight with you.
No,
now drive.
How do I drive?
Not that way.
How do I drive?
He have to punch you here.
You didn't tell
here,
me how to drive.
Here. Well, now you gotta fight, because now he's picking a fight with you. So, I'm gonna win the fight. See, then he just goes to sleep. Okay.
Okay, how do I drive?
This
what
button.
do I do?
This is forward, this is reverse.
Okay.
Okay, you got her?
Okay.
Alright. Yvonne's character goes, smoke out the bong in your apartment and watch the cartoons. I don't think Yvonne would like to smoke the bong in my apartment.
That sounds like a boring way to play a video game.
It really is. I'm surprised it's in there.
That's stupid. Why can't I? I don't know how to...
There you go.
Oh, crap. Oh.
And you're in the ditch. Here she goes. Here she goes.
Oh, darn it. Turn more.
Here she goes.
Darn it.
Did I ever play Call of Duty? I was more of a Battlefield guy than a Call of Duty guy. I was more into the Battlefield games. Battlefield's a lot of fun.
Go forward, go.
I have Battlefield 4 on this computer. I'm not good at it again yet. You can't drive through the telephone pole, dear.
Nope. Oh, I made it around it. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you ran somebody over. The cops are coming. Oh, no, they're not. Yeah, they are. Cops are coming.
Is there like a rock there?
See how you're flashing red and blue?
Oh, okay.
Cops are coming.
Well, I can't get out of the ditch.
You're gonna have to drive a little faster than not.
Well, I'm trying to get out of the ditch. Oh, there's another post. There you go.
Okay, so what you're looking for is on your map, the red dots are going to be police cars.
But I'm trying to look at the road, not the map.
Okay, well the map is right down next to the road there, dear. You might want to get off the main drag.
But then I go into a ditch and then I run into rocks.
Well, it's going to be worse if you go into bullets. You're gonna have a police car coming up here.
Well, then we'll go this way.
There you go. There's a police car behind you, beside you.
Where?
Okay, no, he decided not to follow you. I was surprised. Normally they'll follow you even down a mountain. There you go. See? Isn't that fun? See, and then you've got those things cause cancer, you know. It's the sound. It goes wing, 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 and they cause...
Shh, don't start that, Shannon. Don't start that.
Oh, where are you going?
Oh, crap.
There's a police car right there.
Darn
You
it.
really... Oh, he just saw you. You just jumped into the air to show him where you are. Hi. Yeah, he's turning around. Driving towards him is an interesting strategy.
Oh, there's 2 of them.
Yeah, there's another one.
Bigger.
They have those pesky guns though, so that's probably going to be a problem.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah, they have unlimited police officers. It's ridiculous.
Oh! Well, I didn't burst into flames though. So
no, you weren't going fast enough to burst into flames. These vehicles are all rigged to explode.
Oh no, there's a ditch.
Am I going to do an Eddie Shack video later?
One more.
Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat? Street Fighter. Mortal Kombat had the fatalities, but Street Fighter was a better game.
Just driving. Oh, nope. I don't.
Anyone else thinking Smokey and the Bandit while watching this?
I can't drive straight.
Well, yeah, that's because your axle's bent, sweetie. I don't know if you've noticed your wheels are kind of in.
No.
So that's not going to help. And the police are right
really
there.
Slow.
That's really not going to help you get away from the police.
Well.
Oh, that can't be the perpetrator. Driving too slow.
Right? Just blend in.
I don't think you're blending. Not with your axles
all
bent in.
Cars in front of me.
Yep. That's how that works.
He's driving all crazy too.
Yep. That's how they drive.
Stop it! Oh, ditch.
Wow, you put them in the ditch, huh? Police don't like being thrown in the ditch.
I was trying to not be in the ditch myself.
Do I think Michael Furlan has a chance of making some noise these playoffs? I sure hope so.
I need a different car. This one drives really slow. How long do I have to drive and then they decide that I'm not?
Well, as long as that's flashing, you're screwed.
There's two in front of me.
Yeah.
But I can't not drive towards
Yeah,
them.
well, you're hosed. The Benny Hill Chase song, watching this? Yeah, I can see that.
I'm staying on the road, so...
Have I ever taken Yvonne to the strip club in this game? I think you've seen it once.
I have no desire to
I think you've seen it once. It is bizarre. I don't understand any of the appeal to it. It's not my thing. Really not. Nope.
Oh, crap. No!
Oh, why are you turning like that?
I was trying to go round him and then he was all...
No, I mean your hands. You're doing this like you're actually steering.
Crap. Oh, darn it. I can't.
Oh!
No, wrong way. Oh, cement. How do I...
Okay, back up.
I'm trying. It's not the way I want to go.
That's really, no. If they get out of that car, they're going to shoot you.
Go straight. No, see.
Where'd the cops go?
Why? He was stuck in the cars.
What?
He was stuck in the cars back there.
How did you manage to do that? You've got one right on your tail, though.
Yeah, because he was right there. And my truck drives really slow.
Mighty Jersey
How do
Link.
you play this very long? Doesn't it make your hand hurt?
Yeah, that would be tough with that.
Cars! Oh no!
Oh, this is great. Why are you...
I'm trying.
I have never been in a police chase this long. You are doing so well.
I'm driving really slow.
If there's a trophy for a marathon police chase, you're there.
There's 3 of them right in front of me?
Yeah, the longer the chase goes, the more your wanted level goes up.
Oh, why don't they leave me alone? Oh,
probably
crap.
Need a new car.
He's driving crazy.
Under Armour or Puma?
No.
Puma.
No, pass.
Oh, well, the boobs were fine on Benny Hill because it's British. Nobody cared. British programming, they don't care about any of that stuff. They don't get offended. It's not a big deal.
Oh no! Crap, I don't.
Okay, you're gonna get busted. Here comes the cops. They're right in front of you.
In front?
Yep, they're right there. There they are. Okay, okay. And they got out to shoot you. Okay, you're gonna need to drive somewhat faster.
I can't drive at all, Shannon.
I just don't want to die. It's my character.
Shouldn't have given me the controller then, should you? Because give me the controller. Oh no! Oh! How do I not going the wrong way? That's obnoxious. Just that sound. Oh my gosh, so many police cars. Oh my goodness, so many police cars. And a big truck. And I can't drive over the truck. Oh, trucks, you're in my way.
Shabam. Shabamos.
I can't.
Favorite thing to do in GTA? What Yvonne's doing right now. But I like to outrun the cops a little bit more.
I need a different car, but I can't.
You can't get out.
Right.
You get out, you're going to get shot.
I know that. There's too many cars.
It's the highway.
Excuse me. No, I'm stuck.
You got it. You got to back
Shannon.
up. Go for it. Rock it off of there. Okay. You need some help? Need some help?
Doesn't
Here.
do anything. Oh, you died, Shannon. Why'd you die?
Seriously?
Man, you're not very good at this game. Man. Nope, never been to Phoenix. Press triangle. Wow, Rose is trying to drive.
Yeah, if she'd pressed triangle, she would have got out. And then if she got out, then yeah, that would have been a problem.
Why would you go to a movie in the game? That's silly.
True.
Why would you do that? I'd rather just go watch a movie. Why does it keep doing that? That's really annoying.
Because somebody's spamming and I don't care.
That's obnoxious. Knock it off. Whoever you are, you're being a jerk. I was going to say something not as nice. Give the control back to Yvonne. Yeah, let Yvonne play. The movies they made for the game are actually pretty funny. Any player who has no NHL experience would like to see in the play-in round robin. Mine is Connor McMichael for the Caps. We want Yvonne. Please let Yvonne play. That was really fun.
Oh, absolutely.
We want Yvonne to play. There are 3 satirical films in the game. How many states have we been to? Washington, Idaho, Oregon, California, Nevada, Arizona. Yes?
You totally followed me.
6. And then I have also been to Wisconsin, Minnesota, Georgia, and New York. Sure, Georgia and New York were just layovers and I was only at the airport.
Hello.
So
How you doing?
great.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I'm not gonna turn on the hard step. It
It
appears we've knocked
He
into
does
each
when
other.
he's on his treadmill.
Wait!
Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of pairs.
Why is it part of the screen? Oh, that's because somebody's being stupid. It does that when it has a person's name, so it'll be
And
somebody's
the best part is, I
subscribed
muted
or
the
something
volume on
new
my TV, and they are literally taking up no space on the television. So
Yeah, it takes up a lot more space on the screen. It blocks out because it has their username. But somebody's trying to send messages and stuff.
it's just spam, and it's just reminding me why I am so glad, so glad that.
So if you ever send Shannon a message on Instagram or Twitter, this is why Shannon never sees it, because we have people like this that will send like 20 messages. So if you send him a message on anything, this is why Shannon never sees it.
Yeah.
Because so all of that was new followers, and it's the same person, and
No way!
Yeah.
People are just
Fucking fuck up.
Yeah. This is why when people say, "Oh, why don't you play NHL online?"
You're in Wisconsin, you smell the derriere. We have derriere here too.
Well, you played. You went to Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, and it was a long time ago. It's like that, so I can't have it.
Yeah, and I felt bad the last time I played Grand Theft Auto with friends being allowed to win, because it does kind of ruin that. I love playing Grand Theft Auto online, playing it by myself. I like playing it with friends, sure, but there's always that part of the community that just has to wreck it for everybody else. That's their whole goal in life, is to be miserable, horrible people, and I genuinely feel that, because it's like, wow, that's got to be really, really sad, because I remember being a teenager, I remember being a troll, and so it's got to be kind of a sad existence.
There wasn't a life goal on the tree to go on. It could be the yeah.
Oh, it is. It is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you guys saw that one. There was one other in comments for those.
Yeah.
Lonnie's on. Lonnie's on. On, please play again. I'm not good at that.
The best thing to do, and remember too, the best thing with trolls, I just ban. I
Yeah.
just insta ban. I'm like, no, whatever. You guys can learn this. I don't have the patience. I never have. When I was growing my channel the 4 years ago, the key thing to me was that YouTube tends to be kind of a cesspool when you're in the comment section, and it was really important to me that my channels not be like that. And so I do my best to make sure that the main channel and this channel, it's not that bad. I know there's parts on the main channel where things get kind of ugly, but I've done my best to make sure that doesn't happen. So if somebody has a bad experience, hopefully it's not on my channel or either of my channels. Because honestly, people like that, I don't have any time for them, I don't have any patience, and I've got better things to do than deal with these people. And at the beginning, it used to upset me, where I used to get kind of like, upset with it. Now it's just, yeah. Because I understand that when you're public and you're known as the channels have become, that there's going to be people who just don't like you, and you can't control that. I don't try to. I don't really care. But I'm not going to convince anybody to like me based on anything I say if they've already made up their mind, and I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I don't. It's really not.
Yes, Shannon, that's replacement. Color replacement.
Yeah, I actually made an Instagram public now.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Were you getting too many?
No, it's to the point where I don't have anything personal on my Instagram anymore.
Great.
I've realized I can't have anything personal on my Instagram. And so I've given up. Which is kind of too bad as well, but that sort of comes with the territory too. Tomorrow's Patreon.
Yeah, the Patreon.
Patreon and YouTube members. Of which I think there's no YouTube members on this channel. I'll have to go and double check, but I don't think there's any at this stage. I did add the membership tiers on this channel as well, which are much lower than the ones on the hockey channel, for obvious reasons. And yeah.
How often do you get recognized at a hockey rink? A lot. Shannon has to generally not use the washroom or anything in the middle of a hockey game because
Yep.
they'll never go back.
Yeah. It's so I don't have anything to drink for hours before I go to a game.
Yep.
I don't eat before I go to a game, so once a hockey game's over, I just want to leave and get something to eat and drink.
Yep.
But even at
we do have a
concerts,
lot of-
we're in Disney, we have people come up to us.
Yep.
Anaheim,
Yep.
Vegas, I get recommended a lot. Vegas, very, very common.
Would you ever consider skydiving?
No,
Hell no.
no, that's not a thing.
No.
No, that's not a thing.
No. We got in a plane. That was pretty bad.
That's about as far as that
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me, that first time in a plane, I was really, it was nerve-wracking. That first time we went to Vegas. Especially flying into Vegas, because the descent into Vegas is terrifying. We've done it 3 times now, though, so it's not as terrifying by the 3rd time, because you understand all the twists and turns and loops. And you see the script, and you're like, okay, so if we crash here, we're still pretty good. We should survive. But it is a terrifying flight. And for me, flying was terrifying, because I've watched a lot of Mayday episodes. So I do know a lot about plane safety through Mayday, which is a horrible way to learn plane safety. Like when they're taking off, and we were behind the wing we were going to Disney. Remember I said those flaps are down?
Oh, yes.
If those flaps are down and we take off, we're going to get air, but then we crash. And so I watched, and those flaps stayed down after we took off. And my heart's in my throat. I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. And then very, very slowly, those flaps evened out. And I was like, oh, all right, we're not going to die. Okay, all right, the flaps did go up. That's good. That's good. Because there are instances where pilots forget to retract them, or sometimes they don't automatically do it. I know most planes, I think they automatically do it now, but...
There are a bunch of Patriot theirs.
Oh, yeah. We usually have
right
about
around
20.
20.
Yeah, it's usually about 20.
It's really nice.
Yeah,
Those are fun.
it's a pretty tight knit group too.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this Patriot.
Oh. All right. That being said, it's 20 to 7. We should go. But thanks for everybody who came out.
The game sound isn't even on.
Yeah,
What do you mean it needs turned on? It's off. There is no
I turned off the sound on the TV.
At all.
So for me, there's no sound. I apologize to people if there's game volume that's bothering me. But it is what it is. But anyways, thanks for coming out. Thanks for all your support. 2020 sucks. And we will do this again. We'll figure out some time after the play-in rounds and after all that happens. Thanks for all your support. And I'll see you guys again soon.